Hi friends, we'll develop one small application where you can see this in this window. The user can enter numbers like say I'm entering 20, then 40, then 180, then say 500. Now the 4 elements I have entered, and on click of this button I'll get the output as number of elements are 4 because 4 elements I entered, sum of the all the elements, and what is the average because it's the divisor between sum and the elements. So we'll learn how to develop this application. We'll start from here. This is a blank Tkinter window where you can see the width and height I have given, title, and here inside this we'll write our code. So first let's declare two fonts actually. Font 1, these are the font styles. As you can see, the style font family I am giving. So then font size I am giving 22, and what should be, it's a normal or italic or bold, whatever I can give that. So that's all font 1. Now let me just copy it, declare one more font style because in the label display I'll use a different. So let me just slightly lower font size I'll declare 16. So two lists, this I'll be using it. Now let me just place a label here, L1, or let me write it LB1. That's a better way. So tk dot label. Now here I will say my underscore w. My parent window, we have declared it at line number 2. Usually we give root also, and text. What should be written on that? The text, it is before the telling the user enter the numbers. So I am writing numbers. You can write anything. And here I am saying font equal to font 1. So higher size font I am using here. So that's all. Now let me close this, come to next line, place it on a grid. So lb1 dot grid. Now where it is, row equal to 1 and column is the first element. So I am giving the column is equal to 1 also. Now after this, let me just get the entry button. So e1 underscore str. Now this is the entry button name I will be giving e1. So here this is a string variable I am using because this I will be associated with the entry button. So string var. Now next is our e1. We will declare the entry button. e1 equal to tk dot entry. Now what should be the entry here? My underscore w. Now width equal to 20, higher width I have given. Then bg, slightly I am changing the background color to yellow. You can give whatever color, so it will look differently. Now font equal to font 1. So higher size font I am given here. Then text variable equal to, now this is equal to e1 underscore str. So this is what I have declared at the top, that I am associated with that. Now let me just come back and use the grid where I will place it. This is the right of the entry. So I will say dot grid. Now row equal to 1 because on the same row, and column is 2 because it is the right of the our first, whatever the label at the top we have declared. So that is why it is column equal to 2. So both I have gotten. Now let's place a button which will right of this entry, which on click will display that. So we'll say b1 equal to tk dot button. Now here I am saying my underscore w, text equal to whatever will appear here at the top. You can write whatever you want. Submit, I am written. Now font equal to font 1, and what will happen once you click the button, the command equal to lambda my update. So my update is the function name that will be executed. So far I have not written it, I will be writing it. Now let me place the button to the right of our entry box. So b1 dot grid. Now row equal to 1. Now column is 3 because right of the entry. So column entry is our column 2. So we are giving it column equal to 3. Now slightly pad x equal to 5. Slightly I am pad y. From the top edge I am giving a gap of 10. So pad x, pad y I have given. Now another label I have to, where I will be displaying the output. So before I go for the function, I will just let me complete that. lb2 equal to tk dot label Now here my underscore w is my parent window. Now here text. I am writing some blank text here, which will be, I will be welcome. I will be just giving the line break here, and it is a blank text. Initially what will appear. So welcome, one line break. Then I am just, this is for our understanding how the thing works. So not for the output. Second, this is our second line. Then again one more line break. Third line. So these are the text. Then I will say height, because there will be multiple lines will be there. So I am giving that one. Height means the number of lines it will accommodate there. So height equal to 4. Font equal to, here I am saying font 2, because this is where I will be slightly lower font I am using, and what it should be aligned. The anchor equal to W means it is west, east, west, north, south, SW, like that I can give. I am giving it the anchor equal to west side. So this way you align. And justify equal to left. Now width, what should be the width? Width I am giving as 40. Now BG or the background equal to light green. So far we have written lot of things, but let's just test it once how this looks also. I am giving light green. Now BGLI, why it is not taking green LB1. Okay, let me just place it on the font equal to font 2. My not defined, sorry, here I have not defined font 2. Font 2 I have to write it. Font 2 just a light green, fine. So now let me just come back and use the grid one. LB2 dot grid equal to row equal to 2 and column. This is the next line I am going, the first one, and pad x equal to 10. Then column span, because this will occupy more space, so I am giving a more, I am allowing it to exceed the, occupy the other side columns also. So I am giving column span equal to 3. And which side it will be sticky, I am giving west, let it be. Fine. So I will just define that and define my update. I am not writing the code here, but before that we will see how this looks pass. So let's just run this and see whether any error is there or not. Width, where I missed it. Width, somewhere I missed it. Welcome, height, font, anchor, justify. Width at the top. Font text variable, here I missed. Width, I missed here. Saved it again, running it. Let's just see. Yeah. Here it is. Okay, I have to increase the, here also the width. I will increase the width here. It's 550. I will make it 600. Fine. Now let's come back to our function. When the user clicks the button, this function is called. So inside this function, first thing is we'll read what the user has entered. So for that, I will get it e1 underscore str dot get. This e1 str is what the string variable here at line number 10 we have declared, and here we have connected it to our entry box. So whatever the user has entered will, because it's a string variable, or so we'll use the get method to get it. But here this is, though the user has entered commas and numbers and all, this just available to us as a string only, it's not a list. So what you'll do is we'll split using comma as a delimiter. So I am saying it like this, I am using. So now I have split it into different parts. But one thing, here every element is considered as a not as a integer, because it's entered in our entry box, so it is considered as a string. So I have to convert each element into a integer and then create a string. So for that, what I am going to use, I will use map function and pass each element across the function, built-in function int. So this, what it will do, it will convert all the elements into integer. That's one point. But What I want again is I will create a list out of it. So for that I will use a list constructor. So I am using list ending here. I am keeping everything inside a list and give this as a variable name as my list. So this is the line what it does. If it appears complicated to you, you can break it into different steps also. Let me just say my string. I am just if it appears complicated to you, then you can use this. I am commenting this line. My str equal to, I will just first I will collect the E1 get and let me split it up to this point. E1 get and split. So here I am copying and pasting it here. So I have broken into different parts. Then I will use map for that, and my list equal to now map, and passing each element of this with the built-in function int. This int will convert the input to integer. So for here I am writing my str. Okay, now I got this. Sorry, this is map. Now I can directly use then out of this I will create a list of it. So I am using list. I got the list. So that's all. Actually this line does the same thing only. So whatever way you are comfortable. Now let's me just using this. I will create the because I got a list now. Whatever the user has entered, I can print it and see it. But before that, let me just write some text here. Or instead of, okay. Now what I will do is I am creating one more string out of it. Str equal to, so what I am writing is number of element. Number of elements, slightly I am giving a colon and gap. Now what happens is here I am adding a string here. So what I am giving now, if I'll take len and my list, I will get the number of list, but fine. I will get that, so 4 elements are entered, 5 elements are entered, I will get that. But problem is this will give me a integer. So I cannot add this. This is a string and this is the integer. So I have to convert it into str. Then come here. str. So I am converting this into a string and then adding these two. Now let's first display the number of elements. Then we will just expand it. So lb2 dot config. Config is this method will any element I can use that and convert any of the option values. Now here the lb2 has a text option. Here you can see we have used it. Here it is a text. So that I am changing it. No more. Change the text option. So I am changing this to what I am saying display the str1. Whatever the str1 value is there, you change it that. So let's now it should display the only for me the number of elements. Let's just check it. Then we'll move to sum, average and all. So let me say 12, then 15, then 16. Okay. Now let me click submit. Number of element is 3. Now I will add one more line here. So str1 equal to str1 plus. Now inside this, now we'll go for sum of elements. So I am saying, again I am giving a line break first. Then I am saying sum of elements, or whatever you want to write it, you can write it here. Sum of elements equal to, now I will give a space here. Here I will say plus. Plus now a string addition. So sum I will get it by just using sum my list. My what is that? My list is my list. Yes, my list I have used. So I am closing this. But again, this is not a string. So I have to convert it into a str, using str to convert it into a string. So I have got it my sum of elements. Now in this, now I'll get the average of it. So same thing, I will just copy it. Let me copy this, paste it here. Now here I will write. Actually, there is a statistics library is there. If you other mean, mode, deviation, all those statistics, if you want, you can just import that library and go on using. These are the three simple things. We want the sum, then the average value, and also what we are doing is we are directly dividing these two and getting it. So what I will do is sum my list here I am writing. So this is the sum divided by len. Now again I am saying my list. So now what has happened is, now once I am taking this, then entire thing I am using str to convert it. So convert it into a string. So there are statistical libraries are there, directly we can use it. These are all just to get the three things, so we no need to import that library. And rest of the things remain same. Let's just run this and see how this works. Here it is. I am entering 20, then comma 50, 180, 200, submit. You can see number of elements 4, sum of the elements, then average is this. You can adjust the here number of elements. You can increase the little more gap here. I am saving this. That's all, friends. I request you, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you'll be notified as and when we add new tutorials. We frequently do that also. And if you have any doubts, suggestions, questions, use the comment section below to post it. Please share this with your friends, and thank you for watching.